Hello people, welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to create a project on Docker container. And basically this project I'll create it on Linux terminal. So this project is about a data lab which will help the students to enter the data. And here you can see this is my Linux terminal. I'll just quickly cd into the cube projects. As you can see, I'll just quickly cd into my folder here. These are the cube projects. These are the projects which I have created earlier. So today I'm going to quickly create a Docker file, and in that Docker file I'm going to create a Docker image. I'm going to expose that image on. I'm going to create a run a Docker container. I'm going to expose that container on the my local machine, and then I'm going to tag it and push it into my Docker repo. So first things first, just to make the structure clear to you, here you can see this would be my structure. That is the data lab uh, directory, and that will have a Docker file, index HTML file, CSS file, and JavaScript file. So let's just quickly dive into it. I'm just going to mkdir data lab. Let me make sure that name is correct, data lab, and just cd into the folder. Yes. So here I'm going to create index HTML file. That is, I'm going to use the nano editor here. So I have already created all the index HTML file here. I'm just going to quickly post it because we don't have that much time to write the whole uh, code here. So I have already created the index HTML file. I have already wrote it on the notepad. I'm just going to copy paste it. Here it is. Now I'm going to save it. The whole purpose of this project is to explain it to you guys that how do we create an image through Dockerfile, and how do we expose that image through that image, how do we create a container, and how do we expose that container on certain port so that we can view it, and how to tag and push it to our Docker repo for the future references. So here is my index HTML file, and now this is my CSS file for the styling. I have just put in some styles. I'm just gonna use the nano editor, style.css. Just paste it. Yes, paste it, save it. Again, we have our JavaScript file here. I'm going to do the same here. Script JS, paste it, save it, done. Now, the four most important thing here is a Docker file. Our Docker file is the whole and soul of this all project. So let's just quickly go and create the Docker file, because this Docker file we are going to use to create the image. And as you can see, I have written a small Docker file here just to explain it to you. The thing I have already written is because that it would save our time. So, but I'm going to write this Docker file to explain it to you line by line. From nginx alpine, that is the nginx server, and alpine is the version. Now here this run remove rf, this is the default welcome page for nginx server. You have to just go in here in this folders. So I'm just going to quickly write it here. Run rf usr share nginx html, and finally star. Yeah. Now the third line is to copy um, all of our script into the nginx server. So we are going to quickly do that. Same, we have to write the same. We have to copy all our index HTML file, CSS file, and the JavaScript file into the nginx folder. Again, we write it here, share nginx html, close. Yes. Now we have to select a port to expose this container. This port is basically inside the container. So here the port 80 is the port running inside the container. We have to choose a different port for our local machine so that the container from the so that the port from the container and the port from our local machine connects together. So I'm just gonna quickly save it. Yes. Now we have to use the docker command, docker build day and the docker file. And please don't forget to write this dot. This basically means that this dot means that it takes all this index HTML script, JSS, all the all the codes from this folder, and it builds the Docker image. Can see. Here we go. And sorry, and to just be sure, this is our folder, and we check if our Docker image is created or not. For that, we have to run the command docker images, and yeah, I'm sure this is the Docker file latest. Let me check it by running it. Docker run dash d dash p, that is the port. This 8080 is the port on my local host machine, and the 80 is the port in the container. I just write the Docker run name of the image. I have not given it, so I'm just gonna use the existing Docker file. Let's name it my lab. Yeah. So I think my container is running. Just to check it, Docker ps. Yes, it's running. So let's just go onto the port and type here HTTP localhost 8080, and here it is. So this is the data lab which I was talking about. This is to learn the data science. As you can see here, the iris, it's all given about data science. Count, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, variation, min, max, correlation, regression, distribution, everything. So this is basic website which I made. So this only gives us an overview about data science, data lab. Yeah, this would be helpful for the students. So let's just quickly push it quickly onto a Docker Hub repo. And my mistake was that I didn't name the file, and that's why I was confused here. I should have named it before building it. I should have named the Docker image before building it, and I have found it. My Docker image is here, Docker file latest. So make sure you name it correctly. Yeah. So let's go ahead and push this tag in and push it on the Docker Hub. So let's just stop this container. To stop the container, we have to write the Docker command docker stop, and with the container ID. You just need to make sure that to enter at least 2 to 3 digits. That would be enough to stop our Docker. Yes, Docker container has been stopped. Let's just quickly confirm it. Yes, it has been exited. You can check. Now we need to delete this container. So just write this docker rm, and again we have to write the docker container ID, that is 52A, and it has been deleted. Let's just take it. Yeah, it's been gone. So now just let's just tag it quickly. Name of the repo. I'm just gonna write the name of the repo as data lab, and the name of our username, Dashing Kadir, that's my name, and the name of the Docker file, latest version 1.0. I have tagged it differently so that um, it doesn't have any discrepancies with other tags. So that's why I have named it differently. No such HTML. Okay. Yeah, again. So now we have, so that we have tagged it, we have to push it. So it's just write docker push dash our username, and again enter the docker file with the correct tag. Remember, the tag should be correct. That's very necessary here. As you can see, we have pushed our image. Let's just confirm it. This is my Docker hub repo. I'll just refresh it, and as you can see, dashing Kadir Docker file pushed here 1 minute ago. That's our image. If you want to make some changes and push it again, so just suppose if I tag it here 2.0 once more, and then push it with 2.0, layer already exists, and you can see one more, we can just refresh it, and here is our image. Again, see. So it doesn't matter. As soon as you change the Docker file, Docker, you just make sure to tag it properly. 3.0. See, I tag it once again, and again I push it here. It goes. It's on. It is visible on our Docker Hub repo. So that was that for today. I just wanted to show you how to use this Docker commands, and here I have created a Docker file in that I have explained it to you from what image you should take, and what should you copy from the your, well, how should you copy your script files to the nginx server folder, and then how to expose it on the port. After building it, the one mistake which I made is that I didn't name the Docker file. So that's why there was a conflict in between. I was confused, and I'm so sorry for that. So then again, after building my image, I expose it to the container, Docker container. The port 80 was the container inside. Port 80 was the port inside the Docker container, and port 8080 was the port on my local machine. So I exposed it, and I have showed it to you. It's working here on the local host 8080. This is basic project of data science where you can learn about mean, median, mode, and I have exposed it. And again, I have tagged it and I have pushed it. So that's that. And as you can see, as we have stopped our container, this page would be no longer available. See? So that's all for today. I'll keep you posted in the future. I'll try to post more videos. As a small introduction about me, my name is Kadir. I have done my master's in IT, and my field of specialization is DevOps, backend, Linux Bash shell scripting, Jenkins, GitLab, and I have also learned Docker container, Prometheus, Kubernetes, Terraform, Ansible, and AWS cloud computing. So step by step, I'll try to post the video from what I have learned. So that would be a good for to better my profile. And pardon me for my English because my German is better, mein Deutsch ist besser als mein Englisch. So ich spreche sehr gut Deutsch, aber wegen meiner englischen Aussprache mein Englisch ist auch sehr schlecht geworden. So that's that. So, ich wünsche euch einen schönen Tag noch und in der Zukunft werde ich auch viele Projekte auf meinen YouTube-Kanal einfach posten. Dankeschön, schönen Tag noch. Tschüss.